get your umbrella, 'cause this wind's gonna kill you. Or better run for some shelter, 'cause we're blowing down this house. We are a hurricane. I'm blowing in and we're taking names. I'm bringing the soul, here we go. Put your hands up, 'cause we are a hurricane. We are a hurricane. Better get your umbrella, 'cause this wind's gonna kill you. There's no stopping us now, we'll blow down this house, yeah. We are a hurricane. I'm blowing in and we're taking names. I'm bringing the soul, here we go. Put your hands up.
Good morning and welcome to this, the final day of coverage on Lake One here at the 82nd Goode Water Ski National Championships. My name is Tony Lightfoot and glad to have you present once again with the tricking event. You just saw briefly up there on the schedule screen the list of our events. All said and told, we have 19 skiers going on this lake to round off the tricks discipline and indeed the participation of the tricking event in this, the 82nd Goode Water Ski National Championships. It's been a great competition so far. If you want to tune into some action so far as the slalom is concerned, go over to the Lake 2 webcast right now, where they're currently on hold before they go on to their first event for slalom. That is being recorded by Zane Nicholson, the head coach at Louisiana Monroe, as he gets ready for another season of collegiate action. And if jumping is more to your taste, then check out the webcast on Lake number 3. They're currently on hold right now and waiting for some action on the jump lake. Ryan Schipper, a former skier for Louisiana Monroe, will make the call on that one. So, you see there a little bit of activity going on. The first lake, we see Eric Lee getting limbered up for his go out there in the Masters Men Tricking event. That's our second event out today. Brandy Nagel will be our leadoff skier in Masters Women. And then from there it's Masters Women, Masters Men, Open Women, Open Men, and then Women's One to round off the tricking on this lake. So, grab your favorite chair, grab your favorite beverage, because, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are going to throw down with the tricking event on Lake number 1. My name is Tony Lightfoot, and glad to have you present here for coverage of the 82nd Goode Water Ski National Championships and all that to come right after this.
We are Radar, and this crew is the backbone of the Radar Nation. They live on the water day in and day out, devoting their lives to bringing skiing to the masses. We have designers, innovators, free spirits, and badass buoy slayers, all charging at 100% to grow the sport. There's no better group of individuals to be driving the ship that leads water skiing.
For skiers and water enthusiasts, Florida lakes are what dreams are made of. Combined with world-class golf, remarkable weather, natural beauty, theme parks, and so much more, it's easy to see that Florida is paradise. For more than 30 years, I've enjoyed Florida's lakes and many offerings. If you are interested in Florida real estate, let me be your guide and trusted advisor as you search for your paradise. Together, we can make your dreams a reality.
What if I told you there was a place where the sounds of nature are only broken by the roar of a boat? A place where that summer feeling lasts all year long. A place where the Florida sun is only outshined by the smiles of the skiers. A place where first-time skiers can ski alongside world champions, and the world-class coaches work with all levels of skiers. What if I told you there was a place where life slows down and your only job is to make lifelong memories? That place is Swiss Water Ski Resort. Book your trip at SwissWaterSkiResort.com.
Pentalago, South Florida's most anticipated water sports community. 5 lakes, 4 slalom courses, year-round skiing. Homes now under construction. Where you want to live. Visit Pentalago.com.
All right, then, and yes, indeed, this competition, the webcast coverage of this competition, brought to you by Pentalago. It's where you want to live, and visit Pentalago.com to check out that one wonderful new development towards the southern portion of Florida. And once again, we give a big shout out to Pentalago and its main man, Mr. Greg DeTrey, for coming through at the last minute to help fund the webcast coverage, the three-way simultaneous webcast coverage of the 82nd Goode Waterski National Championships. So, looks like we've got a Mastercraft towboat on its way to the dock, and the list of skiers that I have are 19 of them. Doesn't have a column that specifies their boat selection, so we're not going to get much in the way of a clue as to determining who's skiers next if the list goes out of order for some reason. But we'll see how things pan out for the Tricks event on day 5 of action here at the Goode Waterski National Championships, and enough time for me to read out the sponsors of this grand event. Of course, Goode is the title sponsor of the 82nd Goode Waterski National Championships, and we also have sponsorship support by VisitCentralFlorida.com, OJ Props, Masterline Ski Safe Conley, Eagle Wetsuits and Accessories, Radar, HO Sports, and USA Water Ski and Wake Sports. And we also have towboat support courtesy of Mastercraft, Malibu, and Nautique. So I thank those folks indeed. And also on the local level, we have sponsorship support from the outlets of Tejon, which is California's fashionable gateway to all things new, as we see Brandy Nagel come into the course. Wakeline 5 front to open things up. Oh, almost falling out the back there with the Wakeline back, but managing to still stay focused and stay on her game. Goes through the first few tricks, Brandy Nagel, keeping things rolling there with the 5 front. Oh, and dropping the handle on the Wake 5 front. So she's in the water right now and getting ready for pass number 2. But once again, let me tell you about the outlets of Tejon. It's California's fashionable gateway to all things new. It's a short drive away, about approximately 14 miles south along Wheeler Ridge Road. Come experience fashion's friendly frontier at the outlets of Tejon. And these boats don't run on fairy dust and pipe dreams. They run on gasoline, and that gasoline is brought to us courtesy of Kern Energy. They are leading California's clean transportation fuel evolution whilst being good students of people and the planet. They are meeting California's goals while refueling the people who fuel our state. That is Kern Energy. We are right and back in the middle of Kern County, to the north of the mountains that separate the greater Los Angeles area and the rest of California. And that was Brandy Nagel on pass number 1. We'll get ready to take her back up on the water in preparation for pass number 2. So here we go. Brandy Nagel making the turn around the northern island of this facility here on Lake Number 1. Part of a community that's 12 lakes are strong around this particular area. Of course, we have a lot of volunteers for these competitions, and we certainly thank the other communities that surround this one at Ski West Village for their time and support of this event. With the toe five back, toe back to back. Here we go, Brandy Nagel. Looking impressive there with the toe wake back to back. There's the toe wake front, a toe side, reverse toe side. Toe into wrap, toe out. Good spin, toe wake back, toe wake front. And I think she's done. Good effort there on pass number 2. Pass number 1 could have used a little help. But she takes the title as Women's 1 national champion in 2024, as she's the only competitor to compete in this event. And I believe she also competed in the slalom and the jump event as well. So by default, she's also the national overall champion in Masters Women's. So that takes care of one category. We'll now go on to the second one, and someone who we've already seen before, as a matter of fact. He was one of our trickers on the opening day of competition just this past Tuesday. It's going to be Eric Lee in Masters Men, a guy who certainly one of the eccentrics in the sport of tournament water skiing, and manufactures his own skis in slalom and tricks. We'll get to see him trick once again. Eric Lee in Masters Men. Looks like we're switching out the crew for the Nautique, and the only person that stays in there is our camera person along with the driver. So Eric Lee about to take to the water next. All right, for those of you that are watching this coverage, be sure to add a message into the live chat. For those of you wondering how to do that, well, the first item in the process is to actually subscribe to the TWBC YouTube channel. Hit the button at the top of the TWBC YouTube channel, and also hit the bell icon after you subscribe, because that will enable our TWBC YouTube channel to message you whenever another event is broadcast live. We see there in the forefront of that camera one of our good friends, Mr. Tom Nathan, whose daughter is a collegiate skier for Louisiana Lafayette, my alma mater. All right, here we go. Here is Eric Lee. Hopefully he'll do a little bit better this time around than he did in his initial tricking competition a few days ago. Wake 5 front out of a modified wrap to make that trick possible. Masters men tricks. Wrapping in for the Waco, goes in for the line back and wake line front. Foot in the back binding. There you go. Bops his head from side to side and says that was reasonable, I guess. But we'll see what he has with his second and final 20-second pass. So Eric Lee competing on a ski of his own making. Certainly not the first time we've ever seen a skier like this, ski on their own product. I mean, you can go back to the days of Russ Stifler, who used to construct his own ski and bindings and everything that he was riding on that in that trick event at that time was his own design. And a lot of what Russ Stifler, whatever he found out and knew about the tricks discipline has been applied over the years to trick skis that have been manufactured by several manufacturers since that time. I mean, it's only been recently that trick ski manufacturing has actually seen an uptick. You know, there was a period of time where there were only about 2 or 3 manufacturers of trick skis. Now there are a good many of them that have turned their tools and manufacturing process towards revitalizing the tricking event, and we certainly thank them for doing it. Especially the Goode brand, who are the title sponsors of this competition, the 82nd Goode Water Ski Nationals. They've even taken the approach of making trick skis substantially bigger, the 52-inch trick ski that we've seen among our senior divisions, giving a firmer base for some of our more mature trickers to continue on. So, let's have a look and see. Hopefully, someone will get a message over to Tom Nathan to stop hogging the camera on the starting dock for Lake 1. Keeping things going there, a toe wake front, toe back, and toe front. Seems to have an easier time going through from one trick to the other, from pass to pass, start to finish. Toe wake back to back. Oh, seems to be a little happier today, I do have to say. That is Eric Lee. He swims into shore, he sets the bar. And we'll see if he's good to go with a lead score. And these instant replays come to you courtesy of a Goode Carbon Technologies, who remind you that they are winning rave reviews for their newest products, the Goode Ventura slalom ski that has shown some excellent results, not only at national level, but also at international level, with the likes of Elizabeth Montavon getting some good results at pro level. You can find out more by going to goode.com. That's GOODE.com. That's GOODE.com, the official title sponsor of these 82nd Goode Water Ski National Championships. All right, we've got two more competitors in Masters Men before we go into the Open Women. Next skier to take to the water will be Ryan Seltzer. All right, looking at the view here, looks like they're on hold for the jump event. That's why Ryan Schipper is currently away from the announcing point right there. But very much controlling the ones and the twos right now is Vincent Stadelbauer there in the foreground, and over there towards the back is Connor Pauley. Controlling things with lake number two. Lake number two action has Zane Nicholson calling. The slaloming action going on right there at the moment. And looks like Ryan Seltzer is eased himself into the water and is ready to go for his 2 20-second passes of tricks. Okay, just to remind you, those of you that are looking to watch the jump on Lake 3, their start has been delayed 30 minutes, so they'll get up and running in the next 13 or so minutes. But in the meantime, just take a look at Ryan Seltzer tricking. Wake 5 front, wraps in for the Wake 5 back. What does he do? He edges out on the outside of the wake, and he gets aerial there for the back. Oh, nicely done with the landing. Good recovery. Almost went completely out the back, and giving the thumbs up to whoever was around to watch him knock down that backflip. Certainly not the prettiest landing, but a landing it is, and he will score 500 points for that move. Connecting all the way with these tricks at the early part of his effort, Ryan Seltzer. And just looking at this attempt once again at the backflip. Yeah, going straight up and turning that one more like a backflip rather than a straight up back roll, which tends to be favored by a lot of other competitors. So the backflip there completing the pass number one. We'll see what he can do on pass number two. Looks like Kel Burdick may be a no-show, but we'll find out if he is or not. As we see Ryan Seltzer approach the tricking course. Pass number two, toe tricks. Toe wake back, toe wake front. Looking a little less adept to the toe tricks compared to the hands as he goes toe back and toe front, reverse toe back, reverse toe front. Positional toe back to go with the toe back-to-backs. And nailing the reverse there, toe back, holding on to it, and he stands up both runs, giving himself the best opportunity possible to maybe take the win here. That is Ryan Seltzer. Ooh, and getting a little bit pitted out towards the dock. And that was a little bit of an unexpected exit there from him. But all that was after he'd completed both 20-second passes, which included this second pass of toe tricks. Not the same ease of movement with toe tricks as he did with hands, but movement it is. Positional toe back, reverse into the toe back to back. And there we go, and big thumbs up there from Ryan Seltzer as he exits the stage. His final run in Masters Men. And looks like we do have Cale Burdick on dockside right now, and he's getting set to take to the water. In Masters Men, our final competitor, we are on skier number 4 of 19. Split between 5 divisions today. We're on the final skier in Masters Men before we go into Open Women, Open Men, and then Women's 1. So glad to have the pleasure of your company, and these towboats, the Nautique, the Mastercraft, and the Malibu don't run on pipe dreams and horror stories. They run on energy, more specifically gasoline, to provide us with the gasoline is Kern Energy. They've been in the forefront of energy innovation in the community for over 90 years. And they're investing for the next 90 years, providing good jobs, good energy, and good solutions. It's Kern Energy. That's one of our local sponsors. Our other local sponsor are the outlets of Tejon. It's the fashionable gateway to all things new in California. Short drive away, 40 miles south along Wheeler Ridge Road. Come experience fashion's friendly frontier at the outlets of Tejon. Quite a dynamic start there with toe tricks there, high tempo stuff. Making sure that every single trick that he performs is clean in terms of the rotation and the height that he would get it off the wake, such as that trick there, the wake line front, illustrating that perfectly. Very easy to slide that trick over the wake line front, but he purposely hopped from back to front and illustrating the proper way to get height, including these opening a few toe surface and toe wake moves.
Ran 5 and 32 off at the Western Regionals a couple weeks ago. We will see if we can get him through this next pass, which will be 28 off, and at least have an attempt at that 32 off pass. He's probably not even worried about 32 off. He's thinking about getting a 32 off.
All right, so there we go. That is Cale Burdick transitioning out of toes into the steps. Little step sequence. And right there at the very end, the wake line front. Nice skiing there from Cale Burdick, our final skier in Masters Men. And He saw what Ryan Seltzer did a few minutes prior. We'll try and get you some scores as they're made available using the water ski results scoring service, which you have access to as well.
There you go, 28 off in the bag for John Roden.
Go to water ski results and navigate your way to the 82nd Good Water Ski National Championships to be informed as to what the scores are. We'll try and get you the scores for Masters Women's, the only complete category of this tricking competition, and the one and only competitor there, who was Brandy Nagel. But we don't have that score quite yet. Neither do we have the scores for Eric Lee, Ryan Seltzer, or indeed Kel Burdick, as he knocks. Oh, and he was getting prepared to knock down the backflip, and unfortunately, the backflip knocked him out. And that means that just based upon what I saw, it means that Ryan Seltzer, for all intents and purposes, has probably taken the Masters men's trick title. Now, whether that score from Kel Burdick or based upon the tricks on pass number 1 is enough to supersede Eric Lee or not is another matter. But from what I've seen, and this is prior to any points being doled out, I would suggest that Ryan Seltzer is your national champion in Masters men, ahead of Eric Lee and ahead of Kel Burdick. So that is my provisional reckoning so far as the national title is concerned in Masters men. That concludes that category. We now go into Open Women. Jana Grubbs, our lead-off skier in Open Women. She's going to get ready to go, and she will be on the water next.
All right, and we play. This is John Roden coming in to see how separated he is.
All right, so the boat has departed from the dock, and one of our 3 official towboats, we see a Mastercraft dock there along with the Malibu, and the Nautique has made its way around the island and is now bringing in our first competitor in Open Women's Tricks. This is Jana Grubbs. Looks like it's going to be a wake line O. Good elevation there. But a little bit squashed there on the wake line back before she goes in for the line front and line back, and the remaining wake trick, which was the wake line front. There you go, a nice little sequence of tricks there towards the end, all performed very, very nicely indeed. Going from one trick to the next in perfect rhythm. You know, some of the best passes are done by trick skiers who don't actually think of each trick as they do them. It's part of a broader package of tricks that you just go on automatic and go from one trick to the next, much like this step sequence. She doesn't really have to think too much individually on each trick, but as long as she gets one right, then the others just generally fall into place. And are done mainly on instinct rather than just individual skill. Jana Grubbs. Good to go. Pass number 1. We'll see what she does on pass number 2. All right, for those of you that are waiting upon action on the jump lake, it's about to throw down on lake number 3 with the call there, Ryan Schipper. And the coverage has started now with the first category of jumps, which is going to be women's 1. Now, this is going to complicate matters, as a matter of fact, because our final tricks event is women's 1. So there might be a delay between the end of this event and the open men's event in order to accommodate the women's 1 competitors. But for Jana Grubbs, for her part, in open women's, again through a 2:22 run, so well done to her for that. All right, not looking bad at all there with the toe tricks, just going off instinct here from one trick to the next. Looking very composed there with the positional back and the toe back-to-back afterwards, and then the toe back-to-back reverse. And there you go, good skiing. Not too much to write home about, though, but she stands up both runs, and she'll get credit for the tricks that she performed. So good skiing. Our next competitor to take to water is going to be Kendra Nathan. So Kendra Nathan, a California native. Certainly looking forward to the prospect of getting back out there on the trick ski and performing in the national championships. These national championships are brought to you by a whole slew of sponsors, which includes Goode. They are the title sponsor of this, the 82nd Goode Water Ski National Championships. And we also have sponsorship support courtesy of Visit Central Florida, Malibu Boats, OJ Props, Masterline Tow Ropes, Ski Safe Insurance, Conley Skis, Nautique Boats, Eagle, Radar, Mastercraft Boats, HO Sports, and this event is sanctioned and presented to you courtesy of USA Water Ski and Wake Sports. All right. Coming in, Kendra Nathan. Getting a little bit off kilter there with the start of her step sequence, but paused for a split second there before she went on to the next. Oh, no, and she drops the handle. Oh, my word. Tried to increase her tempo halfway into the pass and unfortunately didn't carry the handle with her at that time. She started off with the wake line O, which seemed to be pretty good there. There's the wake line back. She didn't step all the way through on the wake line back. That's why she took the split second to reassert herself. Foot in the back binding. Goes with the surface turns. There's the wake back-to-back and tries the wake 5 front here, but leaves the hat on just just didn't have a firm enough grip on that handle. And when we return, we'll have Kendra Nathan take on the second and final 20-second pass next.
At Dillinger Insurance, we have over 50 different carriers to shop your home, auto, and recreational vehicle insurance needs. We would love the opportunity to save you money. We insure million-dollar mansions, condos, mobile homes, rental homes, and everything in between. We know all about wind inspections, 4-point inspections, and how to get you the right coverage for your particular home. You've got questions, we've got answers. Can you remember the last time you had a rate decrease with your auto insurance? Let's take a look and see what we can do. We know all the ins and outs of getting our customers the best rates, coverages, and discounts, so put us to the test.
Don't monkey around with your insurance. Call Dillinger Insurance today. We've got tons of companies to help find you the best prices and the best coverage for your particular needs on home and auto insurance. Go Knights!
All right, here comes Kendra with a second and 20-second pass. Has warmed up with a few backs and fronts. Let's see what she can do here with the toe 5 back. Nicely done. A collegiate skier currently representing Louisiana Lafayette. Oh, tries to grab onto the rope. Toe out, toe back in, toe Waco. Good height, toe wake line back, toe front, toe back positional, toe wake back to back, toe front. And she'll be pleased with the effort, the recovery effort on her toe tricks, but losing out on the majority of tricks that she had planned on pass number 1. So it could come down to what our final skier has in store for us, Erica Lang. I'm not too sure the point score for Jana Grubbs, so it's hard to ascertain. So looking at Kendra Nathan once again. We await the scores. We've got live coverage of the 82nd Goode Water Ski Nationals going on all 3 lakes right now. We've got women's 1 jump on Lake 3. We've got right about now our last skier to go in open women's should be Erica Lang. And then on Lake 2, we've got slaloming coverage taking place at the moment. Zane Nicholson with that call. Ryan Schipper on the call for Lake number 3 with women's 1 jump. All right. And it would appear that Erica Lang is our next and last skier to go, and Erica Lang comes into this competition averaging a little under 11,000 points. All right, so women's, we've got Erica Lang. Now, the early information that I gave out so far as the women's one jump was actually in error, because I believe women's one jump took place yesterday, and I was trying to make an assertion that the women's one was going to conflict between their two events in women's one jump and women's one tricks, but obviously that's the case. So if I kind of stressed out one or two people out there, I certainly apologize for that. But as we continue to move right along, open women's tricks comes to a conclusion with the third and final skier. And here, this is going to be Erica Lang, originally from Arizona, so in the same region as California in the AWSA. Let's see what she's got. Erica Lang, current world women's trick record holder, positional to the back, Mo back, Mo back reverse, half jack to the front. Does she go? There's the front flip. There's the reverse front flip. She has one more flip. That's the flip twist to the back. Slows right down for the ski line O. Positional to the back. Wake 5 front. Wake 5 back. Wake back to backs. Stomping that run. Yes, there you go. Good skiing there from Erica Lang. Erica Lang, who has essentially won pretty much everything there is to win in the sport of tournament tricking. And it is because of high-intensity runs, and as you can see right there, Erica Lang skiing behind her boat of choice. She's the Swiss Pro tricking champion. She's been a Masters tricking champion on a number of occasions, World tricking champion, the current World women's trick record holder, skiing here in the Open Women's Competition at the 82nd Goode Water Ski Nationals. And just the firepower towards the end there. There's the wake 5 back, wake back to back, wake back to back, surface back to back. Just high tempo and all the way through to the end. So great stuff there from Erica Lang. So we'll see how far that she gets on pass number 2. There is our remaining schedule of tricking. We've just seen we've seen Masters women and Masters men. So they're done. And getting ready to be done is going to be Erica Lang, the current women's world trick record holder. New level with gymnast at one time, which certainly helps in terms of being flexible enough and having the kind of spatial awareness that you need to have to perform these high level of tricks. Okay, looks like we've got a point score for Brandy Nagel, our first competitor out. It is 41-50. 41-50 for Brandy Nagel. A score that Erica Lang beats on one pass, just to give you some kind of perspective there. And so we got the score for Brandy Nagel and confirms her national championship. Eric Lee with his point score, 28-70. Ryan Seltzer with 28-30. And having seen the fall there from Cale Burdick, I think his point score is going to come up a little bit short. But if that is indeed the case, your national men's masters tricking champion provisionally is Eric Lee with 28-70. So still yet to get the score for Cale Burdick. It's being processed right now. Here comes Erica Lang. This is going to be toe tricks. Setting up the boat speed to her liking on that D3 trick ski. Looks like she's going to attempt the toe 7 front. No, actually, toe wake back. Toe wake 5 back. Look at this, toe wake back to back, and it's reverse, spinning in, toe back to backs, toe 5 front, toe out, toe straight back in, toe wake O, toe wake line O. Good rotation there, getting pitched forward there, toe wake line back to back, toe wake line back to back, spinning towards the front. And you just never know with Erica Lang. Could be enough for a record, but certainly enough for the win. So by that default, you're watching Erica Lang take another women's national trick title on the strength of this performance that you see right here. Toe wake back to back and toe wake back to back reverses are at this stage in the game. There's the toe 5 front, spinning out of that one, spinning in and out of that one quickly on the toe line. As soon as she makes contact, she takes a very, very quick edge and does that trick there. Yeah, left that toe foot in the water there, which delayed the remaining tricks from happening. Was a little out of rhythm there towards the end, but still managing to throw everything and the kitchen sink into that run. So you're watching the Open Women's National Champion once again, Erica Lang, out of Gilbert in Arizona. And yet another win there for probably one of the greatest women's trickers of all time, Erica Lang. All right, looks like we're taking a little bit of a pause before we go on to Open Men's. We have competitors there. We've got Gage Jarvis, Carter Reese, and Blaze Grubbs. And whilst they take a break, so will we. This is continuing live action of the 82nd Good Water Ski Championships. It looks like the boat is leaving the dock so with our next skier, so we're not taking a little bit of a breather. I'll tell you what, after watching that performance from Erica Lang, we deserve a little bit of a breather after seeing what she performed out there. And given the high-octane tricks that she put in on that pass, it's probably going to take a little bit of a while before we get the final score for her. It took a while for us to get the score a few days ago from Jake Abelson, who tricked over 12,000 points. And it looks like we got the score for Cale Burdick, which all but confirms the men's Masters title. The destination for that, Cale Burdick 1780, which means that Eric Lee by 40 points is your national champion in Masters men. So congratulations to him. We'll focus on getting the scores for Open Women coming up next. The point score for that event coming up next, but as I previously mentioned, it'll probably take a while before we get the full points for someone like Erica Lang. Skier on the water at this time, and I believe one of our very few skiers to actually hail out of Alaska. This is Gage Jarvis. Wake back and wake front. Trying the back flip, but just getting a little bit stuck there in towards the back, and just unable to ride that one out. There's the wake back to back, out of the positional, back on the outside the wake. With the wake tricks there, and now he tried the back flip. Tried to initiate a spin too soon in towards the wake and not using the fullness of the wake. And we'll be back with his second pass as we see our little aerial visitor come into play right there. Gage Jarvis. Again, a good view of our facility here, and looks like we've got some paragliders in the vicinity as well. I'm not too sure if they use either of the two runways that we have here very close by. There's a facility next door to us called Paradise Lakes, which actually has its own runway between the two main lakes, and then a little further east is Creekside, which also has its own dedicated airstrip as well. Gage Jarvis coming in, pass number 2. Good shape here. The elevation is just a repeat of pass number 1. He repeated the tricks that he had immediately before the backflips. As coverage continues with men's 1 jump on lake number 3, and the slalom continues on lake number 2. This is continuing action on lake number 1 with the tricking event. Gage Jarvis rounding out his performance with another attempt at the backflip. Just once again, just trying to get the spin and the roll around, but neglecting to get the height necessary to make that trick happen. So that's Gage Jarvis. Our next competitor up, second of 3 competitors in open men's. It's going to be Carter Eaton. All right, so looking to see what our next competitor has in store for us. Just enough time to remind you about our local sponsors. The outlets of Tejon is California's fashionable gateway to all things new. It's just a short drive away, about 14 miles south to be accurate, along Wheeler Ridge Road. Come experience fashion's friendly frontier. The outlets of Tejon, not too far away from this lake facility at Ski West Village in Arvin in California. And because our boats don't run on pixie dust and unicorns, they run on gasoline, and at Kern Energy, we fuel the future. We reliably produce the fuels our community depends upon, meeting the needs of today whilst advancing the fuels of tomorrow. It is Kern Energy. All right, here we go. We have Carter Eaton on the water. They're getting into his backflips a little soon. looking good and getting really deep into that pass. That's Carter Eaton in open men's tricking. Tricked 46.75 on average during the course of this summer season. So good effort to that point, and when we return, it'll be just in time for his second and final 20-second pass of toes right after this. All right, back on with continuing live coverage of Lake One action here at the 82nd Goode Water Skiing National Championships. We've got some events taking place on each of the other lakes. If you want to watch the coverages that are going on right now. On Lake 2, they have either men's 3 or women's 4 slalom. Those are the first two events on that lake, and on Lake 3. They've started off with men's 1 and women's 2 jump. Right here, this is open men's tricking as Carter Eaton just tries to use up the time there with the flip twister towards the back, flip twist back landing, and releases the handle in midair and catches it for a little bit of a fun move towards the end there. Not scoring any points, mind you, but just having a little bit of fun out there in the water, and that's ultimately what we all want, isn't it? So there we go. There's the Waco, and then he goes with the ski line back, a little bit flat there, and having difficulty recovering as a result. A double wake 180 to the back. There we go with the flip twist.
Here we go. We got Ryan Sawyer coming in. This is 32 off.
And there we go with another one with the flip twister to the back. And looked okay for the most part. Catching the handle in midair. A little bit of fun towards the end there for Carter Eaton. So next competitor, our last one in open men's competition for this year's 82nd Goode Water Ski National Championships is going to be none other than Blaze Grubbs. And Blaze Grubbs, certainly one of the great overall talents that the United States has to offer right now in that discipline. And Blaze certainly keeps himself busy during the summer piloting aircraft, especially the Sirius Vision jet. Certainly watched a few of the videos that he's posted on social media. Not so much these days, but I mean in in months past, being one of the youngest pilots to fly that relatively new jet to the market, the Cirrus Vision jet. I'm not too sure if he's piloted one of those into either the Creekside airstrip or the one that's adjacent to this facility here at Ski West Village, Paradise Lakes.
Needs a big turn. Oh no, and just going over the tip, unable to get that big turn that he needed to run that pass.
So plays Grubbs. Let's see what he has. Divides his time between the panhandle of northern Florida and his time here in California. Here he comes. Mo back-to-back. Certainly appears to be prepared for this event. There's the front flip. There's the flip twist to the back. Flip twist from on either side, and there we go. There's the 5 back, 5 front. Ski line O. Ski line back-to-back. And I like where that pass went there for him. Good skiing there for Blaze Grubbs. Had a whole slurry of flips working for him. He started there with the Mo back-to-back. And then the Mo back-to-back reverse. Then the front flip. Just look at this flip twist to the back. Well landed, well executed. Almost going straight into the next one with the flip twister back to front. Between the two of those tricks, one of them 750, the other 550, combining for a superb two trick sequence over there. Ski line back to back. And rounding off his performance in style. Although he doesn't seem to think too much of that effort. We'll see what he can do on pass number 2. He's only halfway done. And he should be making his way around the island around about now for the boat to straighten up and bring him in for pass number 2. All right, so as we look to conclude the tricks event in Open Men's, we'll go into Open Women's competition. There doesn't seem to be an awful lot of activity around the dockside for that event at the moment. But we'll soon see what's going on there. Here we are in the webcast cabana. There's me in the middle. Ryan on one side, Zane on the other, commentating on their respective lakes. Ryan on Lake 3, Zane on Lake 2. Here I am on Lake 1 with the tricking event. We're about halfway through the roster of trick skiers for today. The final roster of trick skiers for today. There's a Toho's in and out, toe wake lino, trying to arrest his movement across the back of the boat. Toe wake line back-to-back, toe wake front. And there you go. Good skiing there for Blaze Grubbs. And that should be enough for the national title based upon what I've seen of him in the past and the fact that he essentially stand up on both 22nd runs. Not sure whether this is going to be anywhere close to 10,000 points. But he did average 9,400, just a little over 9,400 points in this summer's tournament season prior to competing here at the Nationals. Well controlled there, arrested that movement behind the boat before he went in and did the remaining tricks there. Toe wake line back to back, toe wake front. toe back and toe front, and there you go. It's a quick slap of the thigh, and he's back to the dock. And looks like we're continuing to roll along. We've got Ashley Landis, our next skier to come, and will be our first competitor in Women's One. Although actually it looks like just Stephen Grubbs exiting the boat with the trick ski that Blaze Grubbs used on pass number 1. All right then, we're going to take a brief pause, and then when we return, we'll have Women's One tricking here at the continuing live coverage of the 82nd Goode Water Ski National Championship. The live webcast coverage, all 3 lakes being provided to you by Pentalago. We will be back after this.
Only one water skiing brand holds all 6 world records. Masterline, made in the USA.
For skiers and water enthusiasts, Florida lakes are what dreams are made of. Combined with world-class golf, remarkable weather, natural beauty, theme parks, and so much more, it's easy to see that Florida is paradise. For more than 30 years, I've enjoyed Florida's lakes and many offerings. If you are interested in Florida real estate, let me be your guide and trusted advisor as you search for your paradise. Together, we can make your dreams a reality.
Experience the sports evolution at USA Waterski and Wake Sports Foundation Hall of Fame in Central Florida's Polk County. From the pioneers of the sport to the stars of today, all 9 disciplines are honored. It's the most comprehensive and fun-filled tribute to the people and the sport we love. Located inside the Central Florida Visitor Information Center in Davenport, Florida, the Hall of Fame is open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. 7 days a week.
For over 20 years, Houston has been setting the standard of automotive excellence. Hi, I'm Dave Houston. I'd like to welcome you to the Houston family. We are committed to offering exceptional Cadillac models like the all-new electric Lyriq, redesigned XT4, and the legendary Escalade. At Houston, our personalized service and friendly staff will exceed your expectations. Feel the thrill of buying a new Cadillac from Houston Cadillac.
Where do competition standards meet the highest culinary standards? Where do the old masters meet the new masters? Where do first-class hotels? Where does the purest joie de vivre meet the quality? Only 30 minutes from the airport and Vienna city center. See you in Vienna. See you in Vienna.
As the broker of Dayland Real Estate and a professional water skier, I understand what clients are looking for in their dream water ski home. Our company is dedicated to helping you and your family invest in your future together in Florida. If it's time to move on to your next adventure, let us help you find the perfect match for your home. Our team offers service in English, French, Spanish, and German. Whenever you are ready, just give us a call. We will be suited up and ready to assist. Dayland Real Estate, where expertise meets passion.
You don't protect your car like a boat, so why protect your boat like a car? You need Ski Safe. Insurance for boaters, from boaters. For decades, we've protected boats, jet skis, and nothing else. So we know how to save you money. And with a history of safe boating, you'll save even more. Ski Safe. 1-800-225-6560.
Pentalago, South Florida's most anticipated water sports community. 5 lakes, 4 slalom courses, year-round skiing. Homes now under construction. Where you want to live. Visit Pentalago.com.
We are Radar, and this crew is the backbone of the Radar Nation. They live on the water day in and day out, devoting their lives to bringing skiing to the masses. We have designers, innovators, free spirits, and badass buoy slayers, all charging at 100% to grow the sport. There's no better group of individuals to be driving the ship that leads water skiing.
For skiers and water enthusiasts, Florida lakes are what dreams are made of. Combined with world-class golf, remarkable weather, natural beauty, theme parks, and so much more, it's easy to see that Florida is paradise. For more than 30 years, I've enjoyed Florida's lakes and many offerings. If you are interested in Florida real estate, let me be your guide and trusted advisor as you search for your paradise. Together, we can make your dreams a reality.
All right, we've got continuing coverage here on Lake One here at the 82nd Goode Water Ski National Championships. I'm Tony Lightfoot once again, and we've got the remaining trickers getting ready to go. We have 9 remaining trickers, all of them in Women's 1. The boat has made its simulation pass up and down. It's left the dock with our first competitor and has made it around the island, where after which it will straighten up and bring our skier into the course for pass number 1. And that skier is Ashley Landis. Ashley Landis, pass number 1, Women's 1 tricks. Some side slides to the side and then to the back and to the front. All right, not bad. With the surface spins, or up until that one where she had tried to extend it into a surface 5 back, one would assume. We'll continue to monitor the situation so far as the point scores are concerned, especially with open women. And it looks like we got the provisional score for Erica Lang, 10,730 points, 10,730. A foregone conclusion there. She is the national open women's trick champion with a score of 10,730 points. We also have scores for Kendra Nathan with 3,840 and Jana Grubbs with 3,030. And they're in the water getting ready to go with pass number 2 is Ashley Landis. Pass number 2 in just a moment. All right, welcome back to continuing coverage. We've just gotten through with Ashley Landis on pass number 1, our lead-off skier in women's 1 tricks. And we'll see her come back with a second pass. I don't think she'll be attempting toe tricks, at least not from the initial sighting here on pass number 2 would suggest. Throws the wake back and tries to go in for the wake front and just gone a little bit caught there by the top of the wake. So Ashley Landis, first skier out, falls in and swims into the shore. We'll take a look at the instant replay and see where things went a little bit sideways for her. Goes in for the wake back. Beautifully framed shot there by our camera operator along the shore side there, Jeremy Scholl. And good, solid photography work there. Unfortunately, the tricks, the wake front, just a little bit short on that one. So we got to have women's 1. This is our final tricks event here at the 82nd Goode Water Ski National Championships. We're loading up with our next competitor. It should be Kayla Glucroft. So I just announced the trick scores for open women, our previous division of 3 skiers. Jana Grubbs with 3,030, Kendra Nathan with 3,840, and your national champion with 10,730 points is Erica Lang. So congrats to all of our national championships up to this point, where we'll be crowning one more national champion here in women's 1 tricks once we get done with that. And then we'll be crowning some more national champions based upon the activity going on Lake 3 and on Lake 2. Lake 3 being called by Ryan Schipper. So if you want to see some jumping, you should go over to the Lake 3 coverage. And then if you want to see the slalom event, go over to Lake 2, where their events are being called by Zane Nicholson. So you have 3 webcasts to choose from. You could actually watch all 3 at the same time if you have enough broadband and enough tabs to work with. And also open up a tab for a couple more sites, usawaterski.org, where you'll see all the information regarding the U.S. National Water Ski Championships, the 82nd Goode Water Ski National Championships, and also waterskiresults.com, where you get the latest scores, like I just did there with Erica Lang with 10,730 points. Now, we've also got another score coming in, 900 points with Gage Jarvis, 900 points with Gage Jarvis. We're going to wait on the score for Carter Eaton to come through very, very soon. Kayla Glucroft. Oh, a couple of surface spins there, 360 degrees. Then she goes into the 5. And then the back-to-back. There you go. And tries a few more tricks just for good measure. That is Kayla Glucroft. Waiting on some more points. We got Carter Eaton, I beg your pardon, with 2980, 2,980 points, 2980 for Carter Eaton, who was our penultimate skier in the Open Men's competition. But I'm sure that Blaze Grubbs, his score is going to be considerably higher than that total, as we look once again at the tail end of the action on pass number 1 for Kayla Glucroft. So looking out now for Kayla Gluecroft. Lake number 1. Toe back, toe front. Oh, and falling out the back, and the release person letting the rope go. She was in an unrecoverable fall. So she gets the back, but not quite the front. That is Kayla Gluecroft. Tries to get hold of it, and nothing was doing there. So that concludes her participation in this event in the women's one trick competition. We'll take a look and see what activity is going on around Lake 1 at this time. It looks like it's going to be using the correct craft Nautique again. And when we return, we'll have our next skier to take to the water, Natalie Pfister, coming up next. All right, welcome back, and we've got about to take to the water Natalie Pfister. We just saw an ad there for Pantalago. They came through last moment to help fund the 3 simultaneous webcasts that you see covering this event, and we thank Greg Detrey and the Pantalago organization for making that happen. You can find out more by going to pantalago.com. Pantalago.com, one of South Florida's most anticipated water ski communities, and it is a place where you want to live. Pantalago.com. All right, so here comes Natalie Pfister. To the side and to the side, back and to the front, back and to the front. Surface O, surface O. Surface, tries the surface 5 back and goes into the back-to-backs now. Surface 5 front. To the back, to the front with the line tricks. And I think she's prepared to just phone that one in on pass number 1 and ski all the way to the end and getting ready for pass number 2.
Completely honest, I've only got 5 more years and I can't wait till I get to be in this men's 3 slalom event. Slow that boat down, get to go 34. My body will thank me when I get there.
So just looking at these tricks. Now, some of you that are looking at this event for the first time and wondering why the trick skiers, why some of them are not wearing any kind of a flotation, well, it's an exemption that is made by the United States Coast Guard in regards to competitions that are organized and sanctioned by the American Water Ski Association on private lake facilities. There is an exemption that allows for skiers to actually ski without a vest or a life jacket, although some of them, as a matter of fact, do have an impact vest along the likes of something you'd find from Eagle wetsuits that provide a little bit of flotation, but not quite adhering to the strict standards of the U.S. CG, which requires that any vest to become a flotation vest under their rules to write a a participant in the head-up position, but the tricks event in AWSA competition exempts us from that in the private setting, and that is why these trick skiers, and indeed slalomers and jumpers, are exempt from having the full bulky USCG compliant vests, as we see Natalie Pfister take a fall about the third the way through. A little bit stiff there in the back there, but turns to the side, and then goes to the other side for the reverse as she attempts to try and pile on a few more tricks. There's the wake back. And there is the wake front. Oh, and tries the reverse back, and unfortunately not able to edge cleanly through the top of the wake. And there we go. That is Natalie Pfister, and we'll pick up one more skier. We've got continuing coverage of... Okay, so looks like a case by a mistaken identity. That was actually Mary Nelson, or Nielsen, so to speak. So we're at the halfway point a little bit sooner than expected, and when we come back, we will have Samantha Stretfeld next.
For skiers and water enthusiasts, Florida lakes are what dreams are made of. Combined with world-class golf, remarkable weather, natural beauty, theme parks, and so much more, it's easy to see that Florida is paradise. For more than 30 years, I've enjoyed Florida's lakes and many offerings. If you are interested in Florida real estate, let me be your guide and trusted advisor as you search for your paradise. Together, we can make your dreams a reality.
Experience the sports evolution at USA Waterski and Wake Sports Foundation Hall of Fame in Central Florida's Polk County. From the pioneers of the sport to the stars of today, all 9 disciplines are honored. It's the most comprehensive and fun-filled tribute to the people and the sport we love. Located inside the Central Florida Visitor Information Center in Davenport, Florida, the Hall of Fame is open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. 7 days a week.
Okay, moving right along. Samantha Streitfeld, skier number 5 of 9. Just trying to keep her ski consistently spinning enough to make those toe sides behind the boat clean and able to be credited. That is Samantha Streitfeld on pass number 1 and getting ready for the second and final 20-second pass. Appears to be pretty pleased at the moment in this the instant replay presented to us courtesy of Goode Carbon Technologies, and the webcast coverage across all 3 lakes simultaneously provided to us by Pentalago, as we see the toe tricks that Samantha Stroud was able to produce all the way through to the end of pass number 1. As I've got a little bit of time, let me tell you about Kern Energy. They've been at the forefront of energy innovation in our community for over 90 years, and they're investing for the next 90 years, providing good jobs, good energy, and good solutions. That is Kern Energy. Also got a little bit of time to mention our sponsors for this National Water Ski Championship, namely Goode, the title sponsor for these national championships. Visit Central Florida, Malibu Boats, OJ Props, Masterline, Ski Safe, Connolly, Nautic, Eagle, Radar, Mastercraft, HO Sports, and this competition brought to you under the affiliation of the USA Waterski and Wake Sports. So looking out towards the lake, one of the boats is hidden behind the island for our next competitor, Angelica Werning, or Jika Werning. Let's have a look and see what Samantha Streitfeld has in store for us for pass number 2. She's currently at the north end of the lake and is now back on top of the water and waiting for that boat to straighten up around the north end island. And we'll move south, and all of these lakes in this community, especially Ski West Village, all align north and south. And there are about 12 lakes in this general area alone. But this is Lake 1 out of the 3 in the Ski West Village community. There's wake back-to-backs. Settles in with that wake back-to-back reverse. There's the wake front reverse. And looks like she's requested multiple beeps to stiffen up the wakes for the flip. Oh, and takes a huge fall on that second one. So she gets one of those 500-point flips, but not quite the other. But I tell you what, that's a good shot in the arm for her going forwards. She's halfway in this list, 5th seeded skier. And now putting on the heat for the likes of Jika Werning and Chelsea Newman that are coming up one after the other.
Big turn on 2. That was a textbook turn.
There's the first, managing to get the landing. And they're unfortunately unable to get the second. Just pushing the ski a little bit too short on that one. So that means she's in the water and swims in. But our next skier is already around the southern end island. And it is Jika Werning coming to us. And coming to us from Texas in the south central region, and has actually been working during the summer season at Bennett's Water Ski and Wakeboard School in Zachary, Louisiana, prior to her appearance here. She is a teacher by profession, and but she doesn't go back to school this week. Instead, she starts her a new teaching assignment in Costa Rica in the next few days. She is fluent in Spanish and looking to teach the kiddaroos down there the English language. And here comes Jika Werning. Oh, look at that backflip, and almost lands and rides that one out. Been learning that and trying to stay consistent with it all season. Here's Jika Werning with the wake back-to-back to open things up on pass number 1. Now, she prevented them going back across the top of the wake until she was 100% stable and just looking really, really smooth at this point. About the way in, she went in for the Waco. And then edged away in. This is women's one tricks, by the way. There's the line back, the wake line front, just piling on the points. And Jika Werning with the wake line back and line front on the outside. Foot goes in, and for all intents and purposes done with the tricks that she wanted to at that point. And then she thought, hey, let's try a flip. Maybe it will be within 20 seconds. Maybe yes, maybe no. And did 90% of the work to make that trick happen, but unfortunately the 10% departed her. Was unable to land and ride that one out. That's Jika Werning. So Jika Werning as I mentioned, who has been part of the ski school crew at Bennett's Water Skiing Wakeboard School. A big shout out to those folks in Zachary, Louisiana. That's where I'm from in the United States. And if they want to message back on the live chat, they're more than welcome to do so. But in order to do that, they have to subscribe and hit that subscribe button at the top of the TWBC YouTube channel. As we see Jika Werning right now. Toe wake back and toe wake front. A little bit skittish there on the toe wake front. A side. A revert. Oh, and goes down on the rat toe side, and will be a little bit disappointed with that. But I tell you what, she's definitely one of the more upbeat skiers in this field of women's one, and always comes out the water with a smile. Jika Werning looking good, looking in great shape here. She did the toe side, nicely done. A little up weight there. Tried to do the same with the reverse, but unfortunately getting a little twisted and sideways, and was unable to conclude the tricks with toes. But she was definitely more adept to the hand tricks in comparison to the toe tricks. So as she swims to shore, she leaves the way open for our next competitor. And that next competitor, I believe, has also selected either a Mastercraft or a Malibu. We thank our boat companies for availing themselves in terms of providing our competitors the tools necessary to compete behind, namely our towboats. So Correct Craft Nautique, we thank you, along with Malibu with the response. Great thanks to you as well. And also to Mastercraft with their Pro Star. So 3 fine towboats and the official towboats of the American Water Ski Association. And by extension, these towboats are the official towboats used in International Water Ski and Wakeboard Federation competitions as well. They take their cue from us in regards to having a proper certified towboat, and each one of them fits that bill perfectly. So thanking you once again, Nautique, Malibu, and Mastercraft. All right, then, coming into the course behind the Mastercraft Pro Star, coming to us originally from Tennessee, but more recently graduated from college, from Florida Southern College. This is Chelsea Newman, one of the announcing crew, one of the on-site announcing crew for these championships. There's the Wake 5 front, a few surface moves, and enjoyed the heck out of that first pass. That's Chelsea Newman, a third from last skier to go. Averaged a little under 2,800 points, and still harking back to her college days. She's wearing a vest that she used during the All-Star, one of the All-Star competitions. It says South Atlantic Conference on it. And has repped that conference with distinction over the years prior to her graduating Florida Southern. So there we go. That's Chelsea Newman. past number one. Seem to have a pretty good handle on that. And reminder to you once again that Pantalago is the sponsor of this webcast, as well as the other two on Lakes 2 and 3. Pantalago, it's where you want to live. Find out more by going to pantalago.com and check out the various properties and lots that are on sale right now. Certainly some attractive properties in that development in South Florida. Only 8 miles away from the Atlantic beaches in that area, and certainly one of the best communities to raise a family. Matter of fact, a couple of skier friends of mine, Noel and Vanessa Veek, have recently moved there and are conducting water ski lessons, especially for the kids in that area. So more power to those folks. Pantalago. There we go. Chelsea Newman getting through the line tricks. Didn't have an awful lot of tricks in the run, but what she did well. And she looked pretty pleased with that, I do have to say. And we've got 2 more skiers to come. We'll see how this women's one tricks competition pans out. Chelsea Newman going through the toe tricks, originally from the volunteer state of Tennessee, and was the chief announcer during the Collegiate National Championships that took place over at Tri-Lakes last season.
Works really good out there. You see how efficiently he brought the handle and got it to that outside hip, so he just left free ball super quick. That put him
Good effort there for Chelsea. All right, we're down to our final 2 competitors. And looks like one of the last 2 competitors has elected to go with the Malibu response. That's why the bay that was occupied by that boat is vacant. And it means that there is a strong possibility that we could finish this event a little bit sooner, because there is a probability that the next competitor would have a boat selection other than Malibu. But here comes Hannah Janzig. And looks like we got a little bit of a technical problem, and we will pick up Hannah Janzig and take her back to the dock and restart her run. This is a continuing coverage of the 82nd Goode Water Ski National Championships, and we'll be back right after this.
For over 20 years, Houston has been setting the standard of automotive excellence. Hi, I'm Dave Houston. I'd like to welcome you to the Houston family. We are committed to offering exceptional Cadillac models like the all-new electric Lyric, redesigned XT4, and the legendary Escalade. At Houston, our personalized service and friendly staff will exceed your expectations. Feel the thrill of buying a new Cadillac from Houston Cadillac.
Where do competition standards meet the highest culinary standards? Where do the old masters meet the new masters? Where do first-class conditions meet first-class hotels? Where does the purest joie de vivre meet the purest drinking water quality? Only 30 minutes from the airport and Vienna city center. See you in Vienna. see you in Vienna.
All right, looks like we've resolved the technical issue as we continue to roll right along. My name's Tony Lightfoot here on Lake One with the remainder of the tricking competition. And just to let you know that Blaze Grubbs scored 9,050 points. 9,050 points, the point score for Blaze Grubbs. And taking the Open Men's National Tricking title. And I think for all intents and purposes, I think he's gotten the overall competition title as well, by the same token. We're on to our penultimate skier in Women's One, Hannah Janzig.
He started right off at 32 off. Thank you, Nicole. All right,
Here comes Hannah Janzig. Wake line O. Line back. Wake line back, line front, line back, and wake line front. Going in for the remainder of the tricks in her run, which includes those surface back-to-backs, the Waco spin, into wrap, and Waco spin out. Wake 5 front, continuing on. And does she have enough time to pull this off? Oh, yeah, nicely done. If that is within time, that is going to be a major, major boost to her score. That is Hannah Janzig standing up all the way through. So wonderful stuff there from Hannah Janzig going through this pass there. Wonderfully executed there, Waco into wrap and then straight back into the wake there for that move. And then the wake 5 front. Good spin. Staying ahead of the rope a little bit there with that one. Well executed, and the backflip. Fantastically performed as well. So there we go. That is Hannah Janzig. There are 2 boats missing now. There's the Malibu that's pulling Hannah Janzig, and a Nautique that is now around the southern island, getting ready to pull Elena Jones out of Louisiana. Our very last trick skier of these 82nd Goode Water Ski National Championships, as coverage continues on the slalom lake on Lake 2 and on the jump lake on Lake number 3 with Zane Nicholson and Ryan Shipper respectively. I'm Tony Lightfoot right here on Lake 1. Looking good with the toe 5 back, toe back-to-back, toe back-to-back reverse. It's a couple of positionals here. Toe wake back-to-back. Toe wake front, couple of toe sides here and there. Toe into wrap, nicely secured there. Good control of the rope at the tail end of that trick. And great skiing there from Hannah Janzig, who tricked skosh under 4,000 points on average during her summer season, and is looking to produce something along the same lines right about here with her competitive action here at the 82nd Goode Water Ski National Championships. And Goode provides the support behind the instant replays. Goode Carbon Technologies out of Ogden in Utah. Producers of fine water ski equipment, including trick skis such as the MK1 and the Avalon. The Avalon trick ski, which is one of the newer products on the line for Goode, as well as the Ventura Slalom ski. You can find out more about Goode by going to their website, GOODE.com, GOODE, Goode Carbon Technologies. Find out more about our title sponsor in this, the 82nd Goode Water Ski Nationals. All right, from one tricker behind the Malibu towboat to our final skier behind the Correct Craft towboat, it is going to be Elena Jones. Coming to us out of Church Point in Louisiana, which is just a little ways outside Lafayette. And an incoming freshman for Louisiana's Raging Cajuns. This is Elena Jones. Elena Jones, her grandfather, as a matter of fact, one of the pioneers of the Raging Cajun water ski team, the current NCWSA Collegiate National Team champions. But Elena Jones getting in a little bit stuck there on that 540-degree spin. And we'll see if she's good to go for the second and final 20-second pass, whether she decides to do toes or hands or not. It's her decision. There's the wake line 5 front to open things up on the instant replay. Elena Jones skiing for herself here in these championships. You skied in the previous cycle at the Junior World Championships, where she medaled there in Santiago de Chile in not the World Championships that have just gone in the Lakes of Castlestone in Canada, but the one before that. Just getting a little bit stuck on the wake there and riding that good MK1. Pretty good up to about the halfway point and 2/3 the way. And we'll see what she can do on the second and final 20-second pass, which will be coming to you right after this.
As the broker of Dayland Real Estate and a professional water skier, I understand what clients are looking for in their dream water ski home. Our company is dedicated to helping you and your family invest in your future together in Florida. If it's time to move on to your next adventure, let us help you find the perfect match for your home. Our team offers service in English, French, Spanish, and German. Whenever you are ready, just give us a call. We will be suited up and ready to assist. Dayland Real Estate, where expertise meets passion.
All right, then. Here comes Elena Jones, pass number 2. Selecting A1 on the 0 off and 17 mile an hour. Let's see what she's got. This is toe tricks. Just needs to play this cautiously there with the first trick, which should be the toe 5 back. Toe 5 back. Toe back to backs. Setting herself up well for the toe wake back to back and not attempting the reverse. Goes for the toe 5 front, waits for the line to tighten. Unfortunately, her balance deserted her this time around. So Elena Jones, our number 1 seeded skier, swims into the shore and probably knows that her chances of taking the Women's 1 national tricking title are probably gone along with that. But Elena Jones, who's had a pretty good season by all accounts, and we'll see if during the next competition she can redeem herself a little bit with the tricks event. Tends to excel in the slalom event more than she does in the tricks, though. But almost losing her balance there, but waited for the rope to tighten, but unfortunately was still on the back of the ski, so when it did tighten, it flew it out the back. So there we go. All right, so that concludes the trick discipline. Now, before we leave, let me at least read off a few scores. The first 4 scores in the final division, Women's 1. 580 points for Ashley Landis. 870 for Kate Glucroft, 870 points there. Mary Nelson with 1,520 points. And Samantha Streitfeld with her point score of 2760, and the remaining scores will be available on waterskiresults.com. Navigate your way to the 82nd Goode Waterski Nationals, and there you will find the remaining scores as they become available. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's all. C'est fini for the tricks event on Lake Number 1. Pleasure having you on board. And if you want to watch continuing action, you can do so on either of the two other webcasts. Lake 2 has Zane Nicholson continuing to call the action there on slalom, while on Lake 3 we have Ryan Schipper. He's continuing to call the action with the jump event. But for my part, that is a wrap so far as the 82nd Goode Waterski National Championships is concerned. I thank the sponsors once again, one last time. A quick roll call to say that Goode is the title sponsor of these national championships, and we had great assistance courtesy of Visit Central Florida, Malibu, OJ Props, Masterline, Ski Safe, Connolly, Nautique, Eagle, Radar, Mastercraft Boats, HO Sports. This competition sanctioned once again by USA Waterski and Wake Sports, our local sponsors. We have the outlets of Tejon in California. We thank those guys for their assistance as well. And also a big shout out has to go to two more people, Kern Energy, who are leading California's clean transportation fuel evolution, and indeed, last but by no means least, the folks that have helped to finance this webcast, Pantalago, and our good friend Mr. Greg Dutre at that organization. A big Frank, and all of you other donors as well. Let's not forget you. I mean, you were part of the fundraising campaign to get these national championships funded and being here, and it is because of your efforts and also that of Pantalago that we raised enough funds to make this webcast possible. Continuing live coverage on Lake 3 and Lake 2, but Lake 1 is done. My name is Tony Lightfoot, and until we go live the next time, which is going to be next week in Europe at Rocchetto in Italy for the European U14s and U17s, it is ciao for now.
You don't protect your car like a boat, so why protect your boat like a car? You need Ski Safe. Insurance for boaters, from boaters. For decades, we've protected boats, jet skis, and nothing else. So we know how to save you money. And with a history of safe boating, you'll save even more. Ski Safe. 1-800-225-6560.